Hello all, and welcome back to another video of Look Be a Landlord. We're still playing the exhausted developer mod. I'll throw that up on screen here. And what it is it adds a very rare item that gives one kind per hotfix in this content patch, which is I believe around 34 kinds at the moment. So basically if you get that, you won the game. We haven't found it yet, but it's early yet. It is a very rare item. So we are on floor number 11 now. Had a pretty good run on floor 10 yesterday, and the big change here is that you start with 3 duds instead of 2. So just a little less space for your symbols. A dud is added every 25 spins and they remove themselves every 33 spins. So we'll have between generally 2 to 4 duds in this game, I believe, for the entirety of the run. Let's jump in, let's see how we get on. As always, if you enjoy the videos, please give them a like, I'd really appreciate it. And we'll take a crab early on, although it's not my favorite symbol. Anchor is slightly better, it's worth 1.7 per turn, but I think cat has more potential. I'll take the cat. Here I'll pick up a gambler. Usually I add at least 1 dice, so it's okay. And here I'll take the anchor this time. Made the 25 rent payment with 10 left over, which isn't too bad. I'm actually going to take the jellyfish instead of the ninja, because you can remove the jellyfish basically for free. Let's take adoption paper and try and find some crabs. No luck. Pufferfish is worth 2, which isn't too bad, and bear is also worth 2, opens up some interesting synergies. So we're quite strong at the moment. It's still very early, and I will give cultists a go. If you can get 3 of them, they become fantastic. Let's take chemical 7. Let's take a second cultist. This is looking really good. And a third cultist, fantastic. I'm really glad I took the first one, because if I hadn't, I'd feel really bad by the third one at least. Let's make the 50 rent payment with 48 left over. And I'll take a wine. I would probably add a dwarf. If not, the wine is worth 3 per turn, which is fine. Out of these, I don't particularly want any of these, so I'll just take pool ball. There's some argument to be made for taking maybe the rabbit fluff to reduce the pool of items, make it more likely to get a good item next time, but I don't think it's enough for an item that won't do anything. Let's pick up, I don't think we need anything here. And again, we don't need anything here. We are quite strong at the moment, so we can afford to wait. I'll take a bubble though, it's just worth 2 and it removes itself. We don't need another gambler. And I'll take another cultist, that's great. So now we're looking for removals. We made the 100 rent payment with 115 left over. 5-sided dice is great, and dwarven anvil, if we take a dwarf, is quite good. Other than that, not really fussed about lunchbox at all. We don't have any eaters in the deck at the moment, so lunchbox isn't great, so I'll take dwarven anvil. Let's skip these, and we'll use the removal on probably the flower. We don't need any of these. Possibly a bronze arrow might be worth it, but I don't think so. Don't need any of these. We can afford to wait because we are very strong at the moment with 4 cultists. Getting an average of 40 per spin, which is very good at the moment. Take a white stone. And we made the 150 rent payment with 195 left over. Pizza the cat essence, we have 2 cats, so that's worth taking. As well, the monkey essence, not really great. Monkeys are slightly worse than dwarfs, I think, because these 2 symbols are uncommon rather than common. Let's take, again, don't really want birdhouse. I'll take protractor. It might come in handy. I'll take a tedium capsule and I'll take triple kinds. I'm going to switch protractor off for the moment, but we might find a use for it later on. Let's reroll for another kind. Worth 3, that's fine. Do I want a coal? I don't think we need it. We don't need anything here or anything here. Let's take a dwarf, or should have taken the cultist. I was too focused on the dwarf. The cultist is definitely a better pick there. but I'm sure it'll be fine. Skip this. And we made the 225 rent payment with 224 left over. 300 due in 7 spins. I'll take Voidstone. I'll take Reroll. Turns the 5-sided dice from an average of 3 to an average of about 3.6. So it's probably worth, if you think how many spins we have left, it's probably worth maybe 50 or something. This is worth 1 per turn, so this is actually better than Reroll if we only have 1 dice. For Grey Pepper, we will be looking at doing a lot of removals, I think. So Grey Pepper, White Pepper is probably better though. Let's remove the jellyfish and remove the cherry. Okay, that's pretty good. How is our inventory doing? 20 symbols, of which 3 of them will be removing themselves fairly soon. I don't know where I want to be. Okay, we don't need another dwarf. There's a cultist though, that's pretty good. 44, let's take another wine for the dwarf. 42 for drinking wine. We could take a bar of soap to help fill up the empties that we'll get once these duds disappear. If this, don't really need a monkey. I will take a lucky capsule though. And we made the 300 rent payment with 400 left over. We are very strong at the moment. Black Cat Essence is very good for endless mode, but it's kind of useless before that. And Devil's Deal is just worth 66. This is worth 100, but yeah, we should last long enough. And Popsicle Essence is fantastic. We don't want a General Zarf, don't particularly want a, I'll just take a Hustling Capsule. And let's take Egg Carton. Let's skip all these. Could have had a red suits thing going on, might have been a good idea, but not really needed, I don't think. Let's take a jellyfish just to fill up the empties. And we don't need a billionaire, no way of getting rid of it. Let's take a cultist here over a lucky capsule. And now we're getting about 60 per turn, which is very, very close to just what we need to win. There's another cultist that should put us over the threshold, I'd say. 72 on that turn. So yeah, basically we have already won this. We made the 375 rent payment with 478 left over. I'll just take a wine for the dwarf. We don't need anything here, but there's no point skipping items, so I'll take Ninja and Mouse. Let's remove the jellyfish and then the pufferfish. We don't need anything here. We could reroll for a milk for the Pizza the Cat. We don't want a Beastmaster, don't want anything here. I'll take a Highlander, I guess, it is worth 6. Let's skip this. Let's skip this as well. And we could take another milk, but that would use up Pizza the Cat, which would then use up Popsicle. So I'm actually going to leave it until we get maybe some more essences, and then we get double of the new essences. There is a limit to how long, because Piggy Bank Essence will also use up Popsicle, so we can't keep it forever, but we can keep it for a little bit. Golden Arrow is fantastic. And we made the 450 rent payment with 696 left over. Happy Hour Essence is pretty good, and this is just worth 100 basically. This is worth 120 over 15 spins. So 30 spins, so it is actually better, and it means we might get to keep the Popsicle for a bit longer. Don't need anything here, and let's add black pepper, I guess. Okay, 98 on that turn, so we have passed the threshold pretty convincingly. Just kind of want removals. I'll take another cultist. I'll skip all these. Skip all of these as well. Take a reroll, I guess. And don't need any of these. And did I pick up something to do with eggs? I did, I picked up egg carton. Might as well take that, I guess. But one kind might make a difference. We made the 575 rent payment with 1,158 left over. Let's Beehive is what I was thinking when I picked up the early bear. Now we don't need it in this deck, but it's a really good synergy if you can pick up a beehive and a bear. Let's reroll for something better. I'm not even entirely sure what we need here, so I'll just take a wine. It's a pity witch don't have some kind of synergy with cultists, but it's not really, like, it just makes them stronger, and they don't really need to be made stronger, so I can understand why not. I just think thematically, the team works well together. Okay, let's pick up a lucky capsule, I guess. I'm not even entirely sure what rares work with this. Beastmaster, not so much. Not unless I try to transfer into elder creatures. Okay, so I took another milk there, so we will be losing Popsicle fairly soon. That's alright, I'll take a beer. I'll take another egg for the egg carton, I guess. We don't need anything here. And we made the 650 rent payment with 1,669 left over. Quiver Essence might be good for a short period of time. And I think Cleaning Rag Essence. Don't need Gem Reserve. I'll just take a honey for the bear, I guess. And I'll take Oswald the monkey. So we could have monkeys giving us 4 at the moment. I don't think we would have survived long enough. Let's take a milk. I think our cats are giving us 2, so it must round down 1 multiplied by 2.3. But we will get 18 for the milk, I believe, so I should get 23. I suppose 9 multiplied by 2.3 is probably more than 18. 21 probably, if you think about it. Got 23 and they give 2 normally. Let's take a beer for the dwarf. Take another egg for the egg carton, I guess. And we don't need anything here. Elder creature is interesting. Is it good? Probably not, to be honest. Let's skip it. If you're going endless mode, you probably take it, I think, because cultists do fall off fairly quickly in endless mode. But not the goal here. We made the 700 rent payment with 2,180 left over. Could pick up a geologist. Again, if you're going endless mode, you'll need to transition into something else. Geologist, and we have Cleaning Rag Essence, probably a good idea. And as always, then transition into Amethyst. I'll take Grave Robber, I guess. Let's remove the crab. This honey is surviving, that's the problem. We take the wine for the dwarf. Take a void fruit just to remove itself. Okay, excellent. 400 there for the dwarf after getting hit with a golden arrow. Pretty good. I'll take another wine for the dwarf. And we'll skip this. How are we doing inventory wise? 21. We didn't see as many removals on this run as I would have liked, actually. As you can tell by the fact we still have this anchor here from the beginning. That's the only thing really. Take another void creature. And 1 spin left. And we made the 777 rent payment with 3,028 left over. A very, very fast run, very quick run. Just shows how powerful cultists are. If you get them early, they're worth, I reckon, in the first rent or payment or 2, if you get one, it's worth picking it up just in case, because if it works out, it's one of the strongest builds for winning. Not so much for going endless, but definitely for winning. And also a very, very fast build. So this will be, yeah, a very fast episode. And but I hope you guys enjoyed it. We didn't see the exhausted developer item, but the quest will continue tomorrow. So subscribe for more videos like this every day. And yeah, don't forget to like the video and comment and all that good stuff. Until tomorrow, guys, take care of yourselves and cheers for now.